Welcome, everybody, to this episode on the podcast, Listening at Energy Awareness Training, and everyone on Facebook and YouTube. We're going to be posting it there as well. Glenn and I, if you don't know who I am, I'm just helping Glenn. I'm his assistant. I help him out with social media, posting content. And we had an idea to sit down and take all of your questions, all the things you're going through, be it anxiety, fear, procrastination, which is going to be the topic of this video, and talk about it every Saturday, make a video addressing all of them, and give you guys some answers, give you guys some solutions. So this topic, because we've gotten a lot of people writing in, is about procrastination. So Glenn, if you want to take it away, what are your thoughts on procrastination? Why does it exist? And how do you combat it? How do you get through it? How do you get past it?
Well, thanks, Dundee. That's a great question that you asked. If you're familiar with my work, energy awareness training, then you'll know that one of the key factors that we do is we identify energy, because everything that we talk about, you name the topic, I don't care whether it's health, procrastination, sex, money, health, mountain climbing, sports, business, whatever it is, it all is a function of energy. And this is the breakthrough that people have been experiencing all over the world who've been studying energy awareness training. This is the breakthrough that they're having, because they're able to look at the things that they've been dealing with their whole lives from a new perspective. And this is what we do here. So we're going to be talking about today some new perspectives. Now, so we're talking about procrastination. Okay, what's that? Procrastination is knowing that there's something that you need to do, but you're not doing it, right? Or you're putting it off, or you're making excuses not to do it. In other words, there's resistance, okay? That's what we're talking about. So when you're thinking about procrastination, just think of the word resistance. Oh, I got to go mow the lawn. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. Okay. Hey, it's time to work out. Maybe I'll do it after dinner. Okay. What is that? It's resistance. And what is resistance? It's an energy. Everything that we're talking about is an energy. Now, when it gets back to the beginning of energy awareness training, the fundamental basics are everything is energy that we're dealing with. Human beings, energies, thoughts, energies, emotions, energies, actions, energies, you name it, it's an energy. So the way previously when people would talk about procrastination, if I say to you, boy, I'm procrastinating, I really need to do this thing. And you tell somebody that, you say, I'm a procrastinator. Well, what are they going to say to you? If you go, can you help me with my procrastination? And the guy's going to say, okay. Imagine that you had a gun to your head and that I was going to pull the trigger unless you got that thing done. Then would you get it done? Well, yeah, I'd get it done because, my life's threatened. But nobody has a gun to my head, God forbid. So, it's just me and me. And I've got one part of me telling me I should do this thing, and I've got another part of me telling me not to do it later, that it's uncomfortable, that I'd rather do something else, right? So you're coming against two forces, pain and pleasure. Pain and pleasure. Now, we all want pleasure. We all want to feel good. We all want pleasure. If it's a choice between pleasure or pain, we take the pleasure. That's why it's so hard to get out of bed every morning. You wake up, oh, it feels so good. I'm just sleeping. I have to get up and take a shower and wash my teeth and brush my hair. I'd rather sleep for another 5 minutes, right? You're choosing the pleasure. So understand that you have forces inside you that have conflicting agendas. And this is what we mean by being energetically aware. In energy awareness training, you may have heard me say that in the ability to change is the ability to move energy. You see, if you don't move energy, I have a saying that says, what is my saying, Dante? Nothing changes until energy moves. That's right. I made it up. Good. Nothing changes until energy moves. So when you recognize a couple of things, I want to give you some tools today. When you recognize, first off, you're not your thoughts. You're not your thinking. Okay? So think about this for a minute. You ever say to yourself, oh, how could I be so stupid? Why did I do that thing? Oh, what's wrong with me? Who are you talking to? What part of you that says, oh, I'm so stupid, or I screwed up, is talking to the other part of you, right? Seems like you got more than one being inside you. And it's true. And those beings are energies. And these energies have agendas, right? Now, we have, as I've mentioned, we've got dozens and literally dozens of energies inside us trying to influence us. But the two energies that we're dealing with the most, that all the other ones fall under, is the high frequency or the high vibrational energy, and the low frequency or the low vibration energy. And these are energies. Now, remember, I'm teaching you that energies have a power, they have a purpose, they have a frequency, they have a direction, and they give off information. If you learn nothing else about energy, recognize that those are the things that we're dealing with when we're dealing with energy. When you're dealing with people are the biggest concentration of energy that there is. Well, people have a purpose. You got some kind of purpose. You've got, or you could say agenda, right? You got a power. Human beings are powerful. You got the power to make things happen. You've got a frequency that you're operating on. There are different frequencies, higher frequencies, lower frequencies, happy frequencies, sad frequencies. Okay, and you've got a direction that you're going into. You're either going up, you're going down. You're going into the high vibration energy of happiness, joy, peace, and love, or you're moving into the lower direction, lower frequency or vibration of anxiety, stress, fear, worry, doubt, and procrastination. So first thing I would teach you if you were coming to me with a specific goal is to recognize, first off, you have to be aware of your thought processes. You have to get, you're not the thoughts. You're going, Glenn, I'm not the thoughts. Yeah, you're not the thoughts. So, remember when you have whacked out thoughts, we all do. I talk about an example where I was in Manhattan and I'm on the 68th floor and I'm looking over the railing at this big high view of the, of Manhattan skyline. And I hear a voice inside me that says, jump, jump. I'm like, what? Jump? I don't want to jump. What voice is telling me to jump? Is that my voice? Is that the voice that I'm choosing? No. So if you learn, again, another powerful fact is that you have thoughts inside your head that are trying to influencing you to do stuff that's not good for you. Okay? Just like you have thoughts in your head, which has a direction, a power, a purpose, a frequency that's trying to lead you in a direction of moving towards what's best for you, to move up, to do good things, to get things done, to finish. And you have a part of you that doesn't want to do it, that wants to put it off, wants to feel good now. So if you're not aware that you're in the middle of a process, you're going to go with the thought that it will give you the most instant upfront pleasure right now. And if you have a task to do, if I have a choice to, eat a bowl of ice cream and watch my favorite show on TV, or go out and wash the car or mow the lawn or rake the leaves, which one am I going to be naturally inclined to do? Well, of course, the one that brings us pleasure. But you want to watch those thoughts, okay? Because there's thought processes in you that are trying to sabotage or create or prevent you or resist you from being your, what we call, full potential self, being all that you can be. And we all wrestle with this every day. And if you're not energetically trained, the procrastination energy wins quite often. So in energy awareness training, what we do is we recognize, first of all, I'm not the thoughts. And I become what's known as the observer. The observer. What's the observer? Well, it's like me standing on the banks of a river, okay? And the river is flowing. Now, if I'm in the river, if I'm in a kayak in the river, I'm in the midst of the river. I can only deal with what I'm experiencing. I'm not looking at the back of the river. I'm not looking forward in the river. I'm dealing with, all the rapids and the rocks and all the stuff that I'm dealing with right here and now. So my perspective is limited to what I can see and what I can deal with at the time. However, if I'm the observer, if I'm standing on the bank of the river, I can see where the river has come from, and I can see where it's going, and I can see the conditions. Because I'm not in the river, I'm watching the river. You with me? Makes sense so far? Not in the river, I'm watching the river. Speaking of water, alkaline water, very good for you. Now, when it comes to our thoughts, you have to train yourself to observe the thinking. Because if you're the thinker, if you're I got a thought that says, put this thing off. Oh, okay. And I got another thought that says, do it tomorrow. And then when tomorrow comes, I have another thought that says, do it the next day. Okay. I'm just being led like I'm hypnotized. The hypnotist says, you will cluck like a chicken. Oh, okay. Okay. You will bark like a dog. Oh, okay. There's no discretion there, right? It's just you have a thought. Okay, I guess I got to do it. I have the thought. I got to do it. The answer is no. Not if you're energetically trained, because when you're energetically trained, you learn how to read the energies that are placed before you, outside of yourself and inside yourself. Outside of yourself in dealing with people or situations or organizations or situations that you have to go, okay, what's the energy here? There's more to it than meets the eye, okay? Because as I teach in my different classes, we only see and can perceive roughly 10 to 20% of reality, okay? That's it, because we live in a three-dimensional world. When we're connected to the upper worlds, and what do I mean by upper worlds? Well, science says that even though we live in 3 dimensions, there's at least 10 to 12 dimensional realities, or even more maybe, but at least 10 to 12. So what that means is that it's just like light. There's light that we can see, and there's light that we can't see. There's infrared light that's shining, but it shines above our ability to recognize that. So this is what we're talking about with the ability to see hidden energies. Remember, my famous line is, energy is like the Titanic, right? You know it by now? 10% above the water, 90% below the water. And the Titanic wasn't sunk by the 10% it could see, right? It was sunk by the 90% that it couldn't see. So we have a saying that says, that which we can see, we can control. That which we can't see controls us. And procrastination is an energy that's controlling you, because it's creating a tug of war inside you. I should, but I don't feel like it. But I should, but I don't feel like it. But I really should, but I don't feel like it. Well, when you understand how these energies work, okay, they're energies, as I mentioned, that want your highest good. There are also energies that want to keep you out of your highest good, that want to keep you in a place of what I call low vibration energy, where you're in chaos, anxiety, stress, worry, doubt. Why is that? Because that's the job of these energies. One energy is here to lift you up. One energy is here to pull you down. So you know what a great example of that about procrastination is when you're in high school or college and you have a term paper due, right? Term paper due. And, let's say you're in college, and it's Saturday night and, hey, let's go out and, party and with the girls and, hey, like that. I'll study tomorrow. Then tomorrow comes, it's Sunday. I want to relax. Okay. Monday I got class. You keep putting it off. You keep putting it off. One day I'm going to get to it, right? And then all of a sudden you wake up and you go, whoa, my term paper's due in 1 week and I don't have anything written down. Okay, and then what happens? Okay, the procrastination has led you into anxiety and stress and worry. Okay. It was like, oh my gosh, what was I thinking? Why didn't I start this term paper a month ago? Now I'm all stressed. I got to work on this thing night and day, and I got no sleep, and drinking coffee night and day, and Red Bull, and somehow you might get it done, but you're a nervous wreck, right? So we identify the energies, the high vibration energies that are for us, the energies that are for our good. We understand how they work, and those energies work with flow, with ease, with plenty of time, with no rush, right? You never see the sun coming up the morning, 10 minutes late. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm coming up. I'm sorry, I'm late. I was talking with the moon here. No, always flow, always orderly, always on time, right? That's the flow. So we know that's the flow when we're in the high vibration energy. The low vibration energy is frenetic, chaotic, it's obsessive, it's compulsive, it's procrastinating, it's looking for the pleasure hit. Okay, but notice when we're talking about self-sabotage today, the trap of procrastination is the trap of the low vibration energy to say, do it later. Let's go to the movies now. Do the term paper tomorrow, next week. We'll get it done. Just don't do it now. Just do it later. And you're like, okay, that sounds good. That's the same kind of thought that was telling me to jump off the ledge, at the 68th floor. It's a thought that's not good for you. It's a thought that wants to lead you into a path of chaos and suffering. Because that's the thought with the term paper. Yeah, I listened to the thought. I put it off for 4 months. The thought was telling me. And then until I get to the rude awakening of, oh my gosh, I've got a week to do something that takes 3 months to do. And if I don't do it, I'm gonna suffer even big time. So now I'm all stressed out. We're like this. That's what we call low frequency or low vibration energy. And that's suffering, because you got to stretch, you got to go into anxiety, worry, stress, fear, doubt, and you got to stay up late, you got to hurt your body, drink stuff, and you're a mess by the time you get it done, if you get it done. So the lessons here, if you're new to energy awareness training, I recommend that you start studying the basics so that you can learn how to recognize energy. Because here's the secret. Fool me once, shame on me, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Okay? When you understand how the energies work, you don't get fooled. You recognize, I got a thought. That's interesting. It wants me to do X. Now, is X high vibration energy or low vibration energy? That's all I want to know. See, when you become energetically aware, the energies will reveal to you what you're supposed to do. Okay? So your only job is to recognize what energy is this, okay? If it's a low vibration energy, and let me get a little bit more specific with these energies. The high vibration energy, the energies that are good for us, the energies that want us to achieve our full potential self, these energies usually come with putting off immediate gratification. Putting off immediate gratification for long-term fulfillment. That's the example of what I call a high frequency or a high vibrational energy. I'm putting off immediate gratification. So for example, how about like 4 months ago when I had to do that term paper, and it was the first night of my homework and to start writing that paper, and I'm just about to sit down and write the paper, and I get a call. The guy's going, hey, we're going out for pizza. We got some great girls with us, man. Come on out. We got to go. We're leaving right now. Come on. There it is. Now, if you're not energetically aware, you'll think pizza, girls, good times, term paper, study next 2 hours, blah. I'm going to go with the pleasure, right? You want the pleasure, you want to avoid the pain. Well, you know that if you do that consistently, that's going to cause suffering. So let's look at the high vibration energy. We push off immediate gratification. We say no. No, I'd love to go have pizza with you. I'd love to meet the girls, but I got to study tonight. And I know that if I take care of business today, that when it's time for me to turn this in, I'm gonna be able to do it with poise, with ease, with feeling good, no stress, feeling good, hand it in, all good, continuing to feel good. That's high vibrational energy. Now, I had to put off some immediate upfront pleasure for long-term fulfillment so that I get the paper done. I do what I say I was going to do, and I have this in order. Key thing is in order and ready, and what we call response-able. Response-able to respond to any chore or anything that we have to do. That's high vibrational energy. The low vibration energy says, okay, pizza, girl, I'll be right there, man. Forget the studying. And you're going to get your upfront pleasure, because low vibration energy wants to give you an upfront hit of pleasure so that it can create long-term discomfort and suffering. So that's the recipe for, getting stressed at term paper time. Every time isn't a coincidence. Every time you're sitting down to study, something else comes up. Another distraction or some more chaos or a better deal. So you take the upfront hit, right? You go for pizza, and by the time you get back, you're too tired to study. You just blew off a night of studying.
And then you have the self-attack because you should have done your paper, and now it's just kind of building on itself. Right.
Then the self-attack comes. Very good, Dante. The self-attack comes. What's the matter with you? You didn't do your paper. You said you were going to do it. Now do it. Don't be a chump. You go, yeah, okay, I won't. Until the next night when you're sitting down to do the paper, and then you get another call, or somebody comes by and says there's a great game on. You got to see what's going on, or what else? Some kind of distraction, confusion, upset, and that goes on and on. And is it a coincidence that it happens every time you're going to study? No, it's not a coincidence. It's the energies are working. And if you're not energetically aware, you'll think, oh, what a coincidence, another distraction or another opportunity here. But we know that when energies show up, they don't show up with a sign that says, hi, this is low vibration energy. Here's my ID, low vibration energy. I'm coming to distract you. I'm coming to mess up your term paper so you'll be stressed at the end. Don't worry about it. And I'm going to, here's what we're going to do. No, it doesn't do that. It comes in disguise. It comes as logic. It comes as opportunity. Hey, we could do this. Wouldn't you rather do this than do that? Wouldn't you rather watch TV than doing a term paper? Or you're kind of tired. Wouldn't you rather go to sleep? We'll do the term paper tomorrow. Right? And that energy, if you're not aware of it, is the sabotage energy. Now, when we're energetically aware, we know, okay, high vibration versus low vibration. High vibration energy says, I'm going to put off going to get pizza. I'm going to put off going to the movies, and I'm going to start right now. Yeah, it's going to take a little bit of oomph, and it's going to be maybe a little unpleasant in the first few minutes, but I'll get in the hang of it, and I'll start doing this on a regular basis so that I'm ready to hand this in at the appropriate time. So what I've done is I put off instant gratification, and I pushed it away and went into a little bit of uncomfortability, not a lot, but a little bit, for long-term progress, for long-term fulfillment. Okay? The short-term fulfillment is forget about it, do it later, do something else, and I will get an immediate hit, just a little bit, an ounce of pleasure, but it's going to follow by a pound of pain. Because whatever action you do, there's always two things happening. So you're either moving and creating a direction. Remember I said energy is a power, purpose, and direction? So whatever act you're doing, it's creating an energetic direction. And one of them is either the high vibrational energy of long-term fulfillment, of feeling good and getting things done, which is a good feeling, or it's creating a long-term low vibration energy, which is another day you put it off, another day you procrastinated, another day you didn't want to do it, another day that you go into, oh, someday I'll do it. Okay, you see the difference in the energies. So we know, being energetically aware, when the thought comes, oh, let's go. Oh, I know I had to do work on this, but let's go out for pizza instead. Or we clearly see that as a low vibration energy frequency, and we're not going to fall for it. We want long-term fulfillment. You know, when you're happy, you just don't want to be happy for 5 minutes, right? You don't want to be happy for 5 minutes and then miserable the rest of the time, right? You want long-term fulfillment. Well, that's what high vibrational energy is. Now, this is new information for you if you've never studied energy awareness training, but I really encourage you to do that, because it really gives you X-ray vision to be able to see how reality works. And more importantly, not to get tricked by that reality and not to get fooled by it. And procrastination tries to fool you by putting off what you need to do and making you feel good. It feels good, you know, when you go, okay, I'll do it later. Okay, you get a little you feel good. Okay, I don't have to do it now. Pressure's off for a minute, and then it's going to come back 2 or 3 times stronger, the pressure, because you put it off. So in putting it off, you're moving towards a low vibration energy direction. And to remind you, high vibration energy is happy, long-term fulfillment, wholeness, peace. Low vibration energy is upfront pleasure hit, long-term suffering, long-term discomfort, long-term anxiety, long-term stress. So this is the difference between, you know, I'm using the term paper example. The term paper example is something that we all do. How about, you know, there's some people who just have to play drama going to work every day. You ever notice that? They're just like, oh, I'm running late. I'm always running late. You know, and it's a drama to see if they can take a 15-minute trip that it takes to get to work on time, if they can do it in 9 minutes, okay, and get away with it. Sometimes they can, sometimes they can't. But that's no way to live life, guys. It's no way to be living life under the gun, stressed, worried, because that unleashes chemicals in your body. The stress chemical, which is cortisol, which is a chemical that's activated in your body when you're under stress. And what it does is it expects that, you know, this stress could be major stress, could be, you know, for all the body knows, a bear attacking you, God forbid, or something dangerous. So it's sending you these chemicals to be alert and aware, just in case you got to run, fight, or flight. But that's not what we're here for. And you get old fast, because that fight or flight system, or what I could say operating in fear, the main chemical, you know, is cortisol. And that cortisol depletes your immune system. It will give you an upfront jolt of power in case you got to run from the bear, or you got to fight the bear, or you got to freeze, but it's short term. And there's a price to pay for having those chemicals in your body. It's like battery acid. Well, battery acid is important for batteries, but when you still spill battery acid on your skin, not good for you, right? So these are the energies that we're dealing with. So in this, if you to take away, you know, the recap, you can't believe everything you think. You've got to be the observer of your thoughts rather than the result of your thinking, or the reaction, because you have roughly 30,000 thoughts a day, and half of them are in a low vibration energy. They're there to worry you, to scare you, to frighten you, because that's their job, unless you're energy trained and you know how to nullify and disappear all that low vibration, all those troubling, stressful thoughts first thing in the morning, and you keep yourself clear. And that's one of the promises of energy awareness training, is to be able to have a quiet mind. Why do we want a quiet mind? Because all the things that we enjoy doing in life are done with a quiet mind. You know, when you see a beautiful sunset, your mind's quiet. It's so much beautiful. You don't have to say anything, right? You have a great lovemaking session, And when you're done, you're just lying there, your mind's quiet, you're just feeling fantastic. You hear your favorite song, on the radio, or you're playing at home, and it's so beautiful that when it's over, there's a quiet, there's a space there. Some people report that when they see a beautiful work of art, it's just the silence is deafening because it's so beautiful. Okay. So this is why it's important to have a quiet mind. And the mind does not want to be quiet. The low vibration energy does not want to stay low key. It wants to influencing you. That's why we're the most miserable when we've got chatter going on in our head. Chatter, 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 chatter. That's what keeps us up at night. You wake up in the middle of the night, and then your mind starts going, God, what about this? I can't see any solution for what's going to happen here, what's going to happen with this, what's this person going to do? And you go round and round and round and round, and you just stay up, and it keeps you awake, and you don't get sleep, and then you're messed up the next day, etc. So there's a whole system of how these energies work. And I just wanted to give you a little preview or bird's eye view of how they work in terms of procrastination. When you procrastinate, you don't feel good about yourself. That's low vibration energy. When you have a job to do or something that needs to be done and you've got some resistance to it, but you do it anyway, you feel good about yourself. That's high vibrational energy. So there's a constant tug of war going on there. And if you're energetically aware and you use the tools that we teach you in energy awareness training, you can overcome procrastination very simply. In fact, we'll do another broadcast on this subject, and I'll be sharing with you some more advanced techniques of what I do to overcome procrastination, because it's always offered to us all every day. First thing in the morning, should we get out of bed or should we procrastinate for another 5 minutes? Right. Should I do this or should I put it off for a while? We have to deal with that every day. So when you learn how to deal with it, life's so much easier and less stressful and so much filled with ease. So we'll give you some more tools here on our next broadcast on procrastination. But right now, a couple of things just to remember before we wrap up. Don't believe everything you think. Be the observer of your thoughts, not the result of your thoughts. Okay, question everything that comes in your head, especially the self-attack. You're no good. You don't deserve it. You're never going to be successful. Your father said you wouldn't amount to anything. Wait a minute. Whose thoughts are those? Are those mine, or are they implanted from somewhere else? Your thoughts that are original are ones that feel good, are ones that say you are worthy, you are powerful, you are strong, you are good, you are kind, you are blessed beyond measure. How'd you get so lucky to be you? Those thoughts feel good. Those are the ones that I want to listen to. And if they're not coming out of my head, then I'm going to create them. I create the thoughts every day. I am so blessed. Great feeling. It's going to be a great day. Wonderful feeling. I take a big breath. And I just relax, and I'm controlling the energies to move them into high vibrational energy. And I'm keeping, and I'm identifying the energies that want to pull me into low vibration energy, and I just neutralize them with the breath or with a different thought or with many of the tools that we offer in energy awareness training. So
powerfully said, Glenn. I just want to add real quick.
Please do.
The thing I've noticed, I've gone through your level 1 program, and you have a tiered system. There's 10 levels. The main thing I've noticed going through the training is that quiet, is that ability to pick and choose what you want to do throughout the day. And like, I used to smoke for years and years and years, and coming from this place of like, you want to quit something, you're procrastinating, you want to do something, but it's like, why can't you? Why can't I stop? And you say like, okay, I'm gonna do it today. Like, you just get fed up with it, you get frustrated with yourself, and you're like, fine, today's the day, I'm quitting. And then maybe you quit for a day, maybe you quit for a week. But inevitably, it's like that energy, that low vibrational energy keeps building up, and then it reaches the point where it overwhelms you. And like, you see someone smoke, or you see someone do something, or eat some food, or whatever your vice is, and it overwhelms you, and you sink back, and you just feel worthless. You feel like you're nothing because you caved. Like, you said you were going to do something, you didn't do it, and that negative spiral, that self-attacking just plunge you go down is terrible. It's toxic. So the main benefit I've noticed going through your program is that ability to be quiet is that ability to withstand the quiet, withstand the silence, be able to be in that and just pick and choose, like, wait a minute, am I tired? Like, no, like this has to get done. And not like this has to get done, but this has to get done. And I'm really, really grateful I get to do this, and I'm really happy to do this.
That's what I call taking back your power. Taking back your power. And so many human beings feel out of control, feel powerless. I felt that way for a long time. I felt that there were things that I couldn't overpower, things I was powerless with. I never smoked, but I had some, other habits. And there's that part of us that says, okay, well, I'm going to quit smoking. Yeah, okay. Well, that's the 10%. The 90% says, no way, you're not going to quit smoking. You're not going to quit smoking because you need that habit, you need that vice to cope with this stress or this bad memory or whatever baggage you're carrying around. See, it's not just the cigarettes, it's what the cigarettes represent. And what do they represent? You're holding down low vibration or low frequency energy, and you use cigarettes to medicate yourself. Hey, we're all holding down various issues until we learn how to clean and clear them in energy awareness training. And procrastination is another form of cigarettes. Put it off. I feel good now. Medicate myself. Worry with the consequences later. Same thing with the cigarettes. I'm stressed. Have a smoke. Breathe in some nicotine. Yeah, I know it's not good for me, but I'll deal with it later. Well, remember what I said? Everything that we're doing is leading to a direction. So you get to a direction, and if it's a low vibration energy, you're going to get to a place where there's going to be some suffering involved. I don't know what other word, what are some very unpleasantness, like the week before you got a term paper due and it's not being done, and you're going to have to go through hell to get it done, or even cigarettes. My good friend's mother smoked for 40 years, and she had 3 sons, and they were always telling her to quit. Ma, quit smoking. Ma, please quit smoking. She goes, yeah, I know it's not good for me. Yeah, I know it's not good for me. Yeah, she did that for 40 years. Well, she got throat and lung cancer, and then she had to stop smoking. And what did she say then? If only I had known then what I know now, I never would have done it. Well, if she'd only known then what she knows now, she'd still be alive. Why isn't she? Because she didn't listen. She didn't listen to the energetic parts of her that were trying to lift her up, that were trying to protect her, that were trying to bring her into high vibrational energy. She listened to the low vibration energy, which just forget it. Just feel good now. Have a cigarette. Have another one. Have another. I know it's not good for you, but it's all right for now. She listened to the wrong voice. And whatever action you take, you're moving in a direction. And taking making the decision to smoke cigarettes led her in a low vibration energy. And in low vibration energy, one day you're going to get you got to pay the piper. You're going to suffer for whatever it is. Might not be right up front, might be long term, but whatever it is. So we want to stay out of that. We don't want anything to do with it. But this is where the insight, the awareness, this is why I call my work energy awareness training, because you're aware of how things work. You don't get suckered into the trap of feel good now, worry about it later. You understand whether it's a relationship, whether it's a habit, a food, or a job, whatever it is, there's 2 energies. Which one are you going to be in? Well, if you don't know what the energies are, you can't make a decision. And if you don't make a decision, the low vibration energy is going to decide for you. So I want people to have lives who are living in their full potential of happiness, joy, abundance, blessings. And in order to do that, you want to stay away from any of the low vibration energy traps. And there are lots of them laid out every day. So the more attuned you are, the happier you're going to be. And I'll just leave you with this. I think studying awareness training is the most important thing you can do for your life to change your life or to go to the next level this year. Because when you're energetically aware, you're able to tap into 20, 30, 40, 50% or more of reality than you are right now. How cool would that be to get 20, 30, 40% or more results, or be able to see more things happening? Well, it's available. And it happens when you study energy awareness training. Now, don't put it off. Don't say, I'm going to do it tomorrow. Don't say, one of these days I'm going to do it, right? The absolute power we have, all the energies in the power of now, what we do right now, this moment. It's the mind, it's the lower frequencies that want to keep us into the past. Oh, what happened to me? My sad story of why this thing and this, they did it to me, and my parents and my, doesn't do you any good. Or the future. How about we using our imagination, are one of the greatest gifts the Creator ever gave us, and we're using it for low vibration energy. You've got an imagination where you can vision. If you can vision it, you can dream it, you got a shot at doing it. And you may not do it 100%, but you could get close. You know, you may want to be an Olympic swimmer and be in the Olympics and win a gold medal. Okay, it's available. Now, you may not be at that caliber, but you certainly can be a championship swimmer, or at least a lot better than you are now. You're living in unlimited possibility. And this is what the high vibration energy wants to remind you of. You're unlimited. You're at full potential. You can go and do anything you want. The job of the low vibration energy is to prevent that. And to pull us down into, you know, that direction of anxiety, worry, stress. No thanks, not going there, been there, done that. So you have more power than you know. And when you learn how to open up that power and you learn how to become energetically aware, wow, you can't even imagine what's in store for you. So much good things, so much new, everything, new, expanding, moving up, moving out, new potentials, new possibilities. That's why we call it energy awareness training, because energy is unlimited. And when you get that you're an energetic being, that means that you're unlimited too.
Beautiful place to end, Glenn. Thank you so much for sharing this information. Everyone listening, hope you got a ton of value from this topic. I think procrastination is deadly. I think it's very subtle, and I hope what Glenn talked about and shared has illuminated you and, you know, gave you what you need. And hopefully, if you are ready to take the next step and, you know, you're not procrastinating and putting it off, where can people go to find out more about this training?
They can go to energyawareness-secrets.com, energyawareness-secrets.com, and you can hear more about it. There's some, I've got some courses there and some stuff that people who are just new to energy awareness training can obtain very reasonably. And I just encourage everybody to start your journey in the wonderful world of studying energy awareness, and it'll change your whole life. Last thought, again, energyawareness-secrets.com, energyawareness-secrets.com. Change your energy and you'll change your life.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Glenn.
All right. Thank you, Dante. Bye, everybody.